Welcome everybody to this session of 11-12 Science to be started by our institute. What we will do is we'll try to understand today what exactly is 11-12 Science going to have for all of you. We have completed 10th standard right this year itself, and there has been a huge pandemic nowadays going on, Corona COVID-19 pandemic. So there are a lot of changes which have happened into the entire education process. What we'll try to do is we'll try to look up at the entire scenario of this COVID-19 and try to gain the insight exactly what it is going to be like. Okay, and then from there we'll be continuing with the sessions of our 11-12 science. But before we start, let me brief you something related to the entire process of our organization. We are named as GenSpark Foundation, and what we basically do is we train the student right from 8th standard. So it's like 8th, 9th, 10th, and then 11th, 12th. This is what the training process we provide for all the people who are either aspiring or in the process of becoming either IIT expert or medical professional. That is how it is. So that is the basic target. Generally what happens after 10th standard, the one which you have completed, there are a lot of pathways which get open to all of you. Okay, so basically out of all the pathways, let me mention 4 of them. 4. One is science, other is commerce, third is arts, and fourth is the technological domain where people enter into doing diploma and all those things. Right? Yes, again diploma are of 2 types. One is engineering diploma, other is ITI diploma. Welcome Achal. You are late to join. So these 4 are the options. Let me repeat again. One is going to be science, commerce, then we have arts, and then we have got technological domain wherein you can do either diploma or go for ITI. Okay, and there are some more things, technical, technological, tool making, instrumentation, all those kind of diplomas. So this section is reserved to skill development of diploma and all those things. These 3 are science, commerce, and arts, right? Yes. So out of these 3, general trend is if you go with science, you can go to many particular fields. You can after doing 11-12 science, you can enter into BSc. You can get into TIFR institutes, you can get into DRDO institutes, you can get into some research scientist kind of projects later on in your life if you want to, or you can become doctor, or you can become engineer, right? So these are the options that we have when we go from science. So going through science provides you n number of options, out of which the most popular options are engineering and medical. Commerce and arts are also there, that we have already discussed in the career counseling seminar that we have taken. The video is available. I'll provide that into the link. That is not the problem. Okay, so career counseling seminar will cover all the topics, but here, because we are concerned with 11-12 science now, so I'll discuss this domain in detail. Okay, now when you start studying 11-12 science, the major subjects which are being provided to you are PCMB and language. What does this mean? It means physics, chemistry, mathematics, biology. Physics, chemistry, mathematics, and biology. These are 4 subjects that are being taught. Now understand this. While learning these 4 subjects, there are 2 more subjects which are being incorporated by various boards in your states, or maybe at the central level too. One is the language, other maybe language, maybe some other allied courses. Some people go for vocational courses. Else another second language will be provided to you. But one language is compulsory, second is your choice. If you want, you can join the second language also. If not, you can go for some courses related to some allied thing, computer technology, instrumentation technology, this technology, that technology. Lot of vocational courses are being provided to the students to choose from. Right? So for those who are very clear like what they want to do after 12th standard, they can choose those options. Right? If somebody wants to, continue into the engineering field, they can take the option of electronics instead of taking second language. Okay, second language generally is the state language of yours, so you can replace that with the technological subject if you are clear about what you are going to do after 12th standard. Now, once you complete 12th standard, you enter into the graduation part. Now, this graduation part is further categorized into multiple domains. What does this mean? The first type of graduation that you can do is BSc. Second type of graduation that you can do is engineering. Third is obviously MBBS. right? So BAMS, BDS, like medical, medical degrees can be taken. So when I talk about graduation, I'm actually talking about the degree processings, like what all degrees you can take after you complete 12th standard, right? There are a lot of technological domains which have now become very popular. For an example, you can take biotechnology and do BSc. You can take nanotechnology and do BSc. You can take aerodynamics and do BSc. You can do BSc in many things. You can do BSc in computer science. You can do BSc in IT. Okay, so all those domains are open after 12th standard if you are going for BSc, right? Yes, BSc is a good way to pass through if the person is having quite lower budget and wants to enter into the research stuff. There are two options: either you have low budget, or you want to enter into the research cycle, or you have got less merit because of which you cannot score into IIT or medical. Even that is one option. I'm saying one option. It doesn't mean that all the less merit people go into BSc. It's not like that. Okay, but there are many people who go with the interest also. Suppose if you want to do some research on any particular subject, say physics. So how can you do that? That is possible only with the help of BSc. For that, engineering and medical will not help. Okay, if you want to do some special research on biology, you have to enter into BSc MSc domain and PhD and all those things, right? So this is how it happens. So for specialization, BSc is there. The name itself says Bachelor of Science. So if you want to do any science subject specialization, the BSc is the route. BSc, then MSc, and then you can do PhD or MPhil, whatever you want, right? Otherwise, if you want to have a sort of application oriented education, due to which you can jump directly into the service sector. By service sector, I mean you can directly become doctor and start serving the nation. You can become engineer, start serving the nation. This can be possible if you go through either engineering or medical domain. But currently, as far as the trend is concerned, people are focused a lot about engineering. There are two reasons. Reason number one, in the country like that of India, we are facing a huge lot of financial challenges all the way around. We all are financially so much challenged that at times it becomes very much difficult to take right decision because of the financial problems. Right? So people generally want to do some job after their graduation right away to fulfill the needs of their family or to fulfill their own financial dreams, right? So for that matter, engineering is the best option. Why? Because once you do engineering for 4 years, your career 80% of time starts right away. 80% of time it starts right away. After doing engineering, if you go to some company and place your resume, your CV, your curriculum vitae, and talk about you getting the job, people will straight away consider your degree and will provide you a job with good package. Average package that an engineer gets in the current time is somewhere around 2.4 lakhs, which is 20,000 rupees per month. And then after the experience of 1 year, the salary rise, the hike that he or she experiences is pretty high. Okay. So doing engineering puts you into a very good way, a very good pathway rather, to attain the financial stability, achieve the financial stability, right? So this is one of the major reasons why people are so much lucratively attracted towards something called as engineering. This is reason number one. Reason number two, India has developed some institutes like IIT, NIT, then we have IISc, and many such institutes are there. There are some private institutes as well which are very, very good. They provide a whole lot of technological prowess. Today, this age is basically technology-driven age. So when you are into a technology-driven age, it becomes very, very essential for the person to be technologically profound. And if you are technological expert, that provides a niche, an opening to something that can cause the real revolution on the cycles of the world. Understand this. If you go to look at the entire history of the world humanity, you will find the change was always the part of it. But the major change was brought by industrial revolution. The time when industrial revolution came, because you people have studied the history as well, you have just come from 10th standard. So I'm putting all these things to you people. The time when industrial revolution came into picture, the entire history of the world, the entire scenario of the world completely changed suddenly. Yes or no? Right? So industrial revolution brought a big change in society. Big change, right? In everything, including economics to the social perspective, right? Yes. So because of that single reason, it became very, very, very essential to coin out an stream which can straight away talk about industry, technology, industrial development, technological development, and all those things. Okay, so because of that, engineering came into picture. So this is also one of the major reasons why people are so much attracted towards engineering these days, right? So after doing 11, 12 science, you can enter into engineering, which is pretty great idea, right? This is one part. How to enter into it, we'll discuss later. Now, let's come back to another topic, which is medical. Another stream which comes out from 11, 12 science, which is medical. Becoming a doctor. See, currently we are facing an issue of COVID-19. And who better knows what exactly is the significance of doctor at this time? We require doctors, we require nurses. Actually, India as well as the entire world is short of doctors. So, in this pandemic situations, doctors are acting as if they are the biggest warriors, right? If you have to save the humanity, you have to save the people around you. If you have to deal with the very basis of this planet, what is it that makes this planet different from every other planet? It is just one thing, that on this planet we have got life. On other planets there is no life, right? So this is what makes Earth very special. So if you want the Earth to remain Earth, the life has to be taken care of. And this, if I want to take life, this care can be taken only if you have got the people who are involved into health sector, right? So the biggest contribution to this health sector is given by doctors. So if you become doctor, it is not just a degree. It is not just a degree or a money profession. It is something which is related to the entire humanity. You are providing service to not just one human, not just to one state, not just to one family, not just to one nation. You are providing service to the entire world. And this is the beauty of being a doctor. Yes. So same is the case with engineers too. If you are becoming an engineer, engineers are the one who have actually shaped the entire world into the way it is. Today, if we see bridges, it is because of engineers. Today, if we are talking here in this lockdown situation, why? Because computer is available, internet is available, network system is available, network security is available. Who has made all these things? Engineers, right? Yes. And if we want these engineers to stay alive, stay healthy, and keep contributing to the world, we require good doctors. Right? Yes. So doctors and engineers are those fields which become super special, and maybe that is one of the biggest reason why people want to abide by these two streams at most when they enter into science. Right? Yes. Now, let me explain to you people how to enter into the engineering world, how to enter into the medical world. Both the worlds we'll try to discuss. Okay. So let's see. After 11, 12 science, after studying the subjects P, C, and B, if you want to become an engineer, just try to understand this here. I'm just explaining the process of exactly how to step into the engineering world. You are supposed to give an examination called as entrance examination. For engineering, it is engineering entrance examination. For medical, it is medical entrance examination. Clear? Yes. So engineering entrance examinations are at multiple levels. After giving those exams, a merit is created. On the basis of that merit score of yours, your position is decided and your selection is done. You enter into the engineering college. and start doing engineering. Same is the case with medical. You give the medical entrance exam, merit list is generated. The merit score of yours decides in which particular college are you going to get admitted. Right? Yes. So there are two entrance exams which you have to give. The entrance exam for engineering is taken at two levels. One is at national level, other is at state level. Okay? Yes, national level exam is taken by IITs, Indian Institute of Technology. They are the best so-called institutes in India. However, IISc is ranked 1 these days. Even IIT has its own ability to get along. So the exams are being taken by IIT, Indian Institutes for Technology. They just have their common forum, and with the help of which they conduct the examination of JEE, Joint Entrance Exam. Even name says it is Joint Entrance Exam for engineering. Okay, so JEE is taken and the admission is granted on the basis of the score. Now JEE has got two levels, JEE Mains and JEE Advanced. JEE Mains is the exam which every student can give if he has been the student of science stream. It means if he is giving 11-12 science, he is authorized, he is eligible to give the exam of JEE Main. So everybody gives the exam of JEE Main, right? So after the examination of JEE Main, the result is set out and the merit is created. Few top people from JEE Main. What am I trying to say? Few top people from JEE Mains are given the opportunity to attend the exam of JEE Advanced. Wow. JEE Mains can be given by all, but JEE Advanced cannot be given by all. JEE Advanced can be given by only those students who fall into the top bracket of JEE Main. Sir, who decides this top bracket? Various institutes, including IITs. Okay, looking at the results and the number of seats available in the institute, they decide the cutoff score. So if a student gets the score above cutoff score, he will be allowed to sit for the examination of JEE Advanced. This is very interesting, right? Okay, so now the people who give JEE Advanced, again their merit score is created. So examination result of JEE Advanced is again converted into the merit score. Then the number of seats in the IIT is calculated, and those many number of students, those many number of top students who come into the number of seat criteria as per their merit, they are admitted into IITs. Rest others are left and allowed to apply for other institute. Okay, yes, so they can apply for other institutes. Now the people who generally cross JEE Main and enter into JEE Advanced, I'm not saying enter into IIT, okay, because IIT entry is after JEE Advanced merit. So there are two merit scores, right? First merit allows you to enter into JEE Advanced. Second merit allows you to enter into IIT. Okay, so those people who have been into the first merit list generally get the admission in NITs, National Institute for Technology. There are many NITs, out of which one of the famous NITs is NIT Raipur. Okay, there are many other NITs too. You can take the admission in whichever NITs you want as per your application and merit. You can go and apply, and then the list in that particular institute will tell you about your branch and faculty and all other admission processes. If you are eligible enough, you will be admitted to the branch of your choice. If you're not eligible there, you will be rejected. That's how it is. Clear? Right? Then the remaining people can apply for all the institutes. For all the institutes in India on the basis of JEE Mains ka score. Okay, they can apply for all the institutes in India on the basis of JEE Mains ka score, and they get the admission as per their merit level, right? There is one more exam as I discussed. It is state level examination. State level examination is conducted by all the state boards, right? And they come together to take the CET examination, common entrance test. Some of the states have these examinations, some of the states do not have it. It depends. Okay, the students are eligible to give the examination of their corresponding respective states, and again the merit is created and they get the admission into the engineering college. There is a common process known as CAP, Common Admission Process, CAP. Okay, on the basis of CAP, they get the admission into various different set of colleges, engineering colleges, as per their merit. Okay, so this is an idea of engineering entrance examination, which I gave you. Finally, those people who do not get anywhere admission in either of the engineering or medical, IIT, NIT, or any of the engineering colleges due to some or other reason. There are criteria always. Every year the criteria is revised. Some years people make the criteria of minimum cutoff of 60% in PCM, then minimum cutoff of 60% aggregate. It depends, what criteria is being set for what particular college, what particular state. So that depends. That is pretty subjective. It can be studied from the particular website of DTE, Directorate of Technical Education. They decides all those norms and everything. AICTE approved colleges are allowed to enter into the CAP processes. Now, those people who don't get the admission to any of these are again eligible back for BSc. Okay, so they can go away, apply for the BSc IT, BSc Computer Science, or BSc Plain, or BSc Specialization, BSc any particular stream of their choice, right? And can start doing BSc if they want to, right? Even those people who are into IITs and everything, they can also come back to BSc, and that is allowed. Okay, that only failing people are allowed for BSc. It's not like that. The most successful people sometimes enter into BScs. Okay, the people who are interested into Tata Institute research, the people who are interested into space research program, aerodynamics program, they all enter into BScs like that, like this only. So don't need to worry about it. Okay, yes, BSc also has got huge lot of opening, but because I'm discussing here IIT right now, so let me continue with that itself. Okay, so the entire examination process of IIT is taken care of in this way. Talking about medical now. Understand this. Medical colleges on the common platform take one examination at national level called as NEET. Okay, yes, they consider only this particular exam for admission. There were few of the institutes which were taking their own examinations, but these days they are planning to scrap those examinations. So there are possibilities that you people will have to give only one examination called as NEET, because till now we had AIMS examination as separate exam, JIPMER examination as separate exam. Okay, but now this year we are expecting, maybe this change will come or not, I don't know, because every year there are some sort of big changes which are happening. Okay, so there are chances that this year people will be given only one examination, which is basically called as NEET. Okay, they will be giving just one examination called as NEET. I hope it is understood. NEET के लिए, for NEET, you need to prepare physics, chemistry and biology well, because that is the syllabus of NEET. Right? Yes, the good score in NEET is somewhere around 560. Somewhere around 560 is considered to be good score, not the best score, not very good score, just good score. Then you can get some sort of good colleges around you. That's it. Some government colleges will be taken. Why? Because the private colleges fees is pretty high. The grading of the private colleges in the medical sector is not that good as compared to the government colleges. Okay, so the target of the people giving NEET should be to take admission into the colleges which are government supported, government aided, government recommended. Okay, because they have got very good pathway of training process, fees is low, admission system is pretty interesting. Out of that, the competition level is pretty good. The practicality is very, very high, right? So because of all these reasons, government colleges in the medical world is really a big achievement. Yes, right? Now, subjects of JEE. Subjects of JEE is again very, very important. I've discussed the subjects of NEET now. So physics, chemistry, biology is the subject of NEET. Physics, chemistry, mathematics is the subject of is the subject of engineering, JEE. Okay, I'm not considering state CETs because the syllabus of state CET is quite less when compared to JEE. If you prepare for JEE, all the state CETs and the local CETs are done. Okay, so there is a process, it can be completely done. So we'll not get into all those things, but if we prepare for JEE, majority of the things are done, right? So here we are talking about this. The syllabus of JEE is physics, chemistry, maths. Now there is one common trend which people have been going through. Generally it is not supported by the wise scientific persons, but this is being done by many of the institutes which are really making everything marketed. Physics, chemistry, maths, biology, these are 4 subjects. The people who are preparing for biology, generally institutes and parents tend to leave mathematics to enter into PCB domain by giving an excuse that their ward is actually preparing for medical, so they do not need mathematics. This is what the excuse is. Now this is very irrational and illogical in many ways. However, because entrance exams are quite competitive these days, so people take this decision so that their time can be saved and they can focus more with respect to their entrance preparation. So people who go for biology and who want to get into medical, they leave mathematics, and those who want to get into engineering, they leave biology, and they take some other subjects. I'll not say bad about those subjects. I'm not no one to speak about it in that way, but those subjects are taken only as a filler. This is the problem. People take geography, people take some other subjects. Problem is not with geography. Problem is with the attitude that they have while taking geography. One suggestion which I would like to give to all of you: if you are studying science, try to, if possible for you, try to study all the 4 subjects: physics, chemistry, mathematics, biology. I'll tell you the reasons. See, if you are preparing for engineering, you need to have the idea of biology as well. If not, nowadays, there are allied branches which are developing. For an example, biotechnology, nanotechnology. These are the branches which are the mixture, the combination of biology and technology. If you are preparing for engineering and you don't know anything about biology, how would you be able to handle? How would you be able to innovate? How would you be able to be creative? How would you be able to be contributing in those domains which are allied? Getting it? Being specialized is good, but being narrowed is worst. If you leave biology, I'm not saying you just master the biology even if you're doing engineering. No need to master, but at least if you have got the subject with you, you'll spend some time with it. Any subject you take in place of biology, you'll be doing some sort of study, right? So why not to continue with the biology itself instead of going with other geography and all those things, right? So better to continue with the biology even if you're doing engineering. Same is the case with the medical science people too. Being the expert of mathematics increases your IQ level, increases the level of your thinking. It doesn't mean that if you do not take mathematics, your IQ will not be sharpened. But if you take mathematics, it is guaranteed. If you're a doctor who knows maths well, the level of IQ that you people will have is going to be very, very different, right? Also, the people from medical industry can also contribute to the technological world in the coming times. That is the reason why you are studying physics and chemistry. So why don't you have one more subject, the subject which you have studied till now? Up till 10th standard, you have given a whole lot of inputs into biology, into mathematics. So suddenly leaving it into 11th, 12th standard is something not rational, actually. Yes. Third thought which I would like to portray here is PCMB should be made compulsory. Why? Because if suppose somebody thinks at the end of 11th and 12th that I do not want to enter into medical domain, I do not want to enter into engineering domain, but I want to become a scientist. Now understand this. If you want to become a scientist, you need to have the knowledge of all 4. there is an examination of NEST being taken by BARC, NEST, NEST. It is the scientist eligibility test that requires all the 4 subjects for its entrance examination, right? Yes. So today in this world, we have got the heap of doctors, heap of engineers, even though there is shortage, but still there is heap. By heap, I mean unskilled people are a lot in market, right? So if you want to make a different pathway altogether, if you want to become scientist somewhere around the corner while studying physics, while studying chemistry, while studying mathematics, while studying biology, suppose if scientist within you suddenly arises and awakens and you want to now enter into becoming a scientist, in that process, if you are the master of all 4 subjects, if not master, at least you are knowing all 4 subjects, then also it will be really a great pathway for you all to get along. So my suggestion is, because you have taken science, enjoy all the platforms of science. Okay, go for physics, chemistry, maths, bio, all 4 subjects. Clear? Yes. So this is what I'm expecting, and this is what I put as my view. If somebody really feels something else, they can go ahead with it. There is no such objection. There is no forcefulness. It is just an opinion that I have with my experiential understanding, that if you take PCMB all 4, it will really be a good way to proceed in a different dimension and direction, right? At least in 11th standard, you must take all 4. At least in 11th standard, you must take all 4. Then in 12th, we can decide, okay, later on we can leave the subject we don't have interest into. No problem. Yes, but in 11th standard, try to go for physics, chemistry, maths, biology, all 4. Okay, it will provide you a good idea. Taking mathematics will help the doctors in their physics and chemistry, because physics, chemistry has numericals too, and mathematics really helps. Derivations are there, maths really helps, right? Taking biology will help engineers along the life. So that is something very interesting. This is your life, this is your body, this is your biology. If you know about it, you'll become better engineer, right? Yes. So this is all about today, and orientation for 11-12 science. We have got all the fields up. Tomorrow we'll be starting the session back again at 8:30. Yes, and I will start with the introduction of all these subjects which have been discussed here today, right? I will introduce what exactly is the subject matter of physics, what exactly is the subject matter of chemistry, what exactly is the subject matter of biology, what exactly is the subject matter of mathematics. Clear? We have got a team. Myself, I would be teaching physics and mathematics to all of you. We have got Prashant sir, Prashant Panda sir, who is going to teach chemistry and biology. He holds a very good experience with IITians, a pretty experienced person, around 30 years of experience he holds. So this is again a very, very good achievement for him. And that experience of a teacher, a person who has always worked with the successful guys, will really help all of you to frame your career, right? Yes, I expect maybe if this particular mode is not comfortable, what we will try to do is just to make everything understandable to everybody. We will try to take the lecture in Hindi as well as English. Okay, so we'll try to mix up those languages in order to make the conveying process and understanding process very simple. Right? Because I understand, even though you people belong to English medium, you have studied English for somewhere around 12 years. If I take playgroup and nursery into consideration, it has been 14 years. But even the students of English medium are not good into English. This is really a bad, unfortunate scenario that India is facing. That may be because of the educational system that we have. I'm so sad about it. There's nothing wrong with the students. It is wrong with the education system. It is wrong with the way the entire system is being used to provide the knowledge, okay? And the medium of knowledge imparting is not that sufficiently craved, or not that sufficiently framed, or not that well structured, so as to make it easy for everybody to get along. I understand that, no problem. We'll try to take the entire set of lectures into both the mediums, sort of, because English is now required. You need to write the paper in the medium of writing the paper is going to be English, right? So you must be pretty comfortable with the language. Make sure you people are practicing that as well. Okay, one thing which you can do, which I used to suggest to all of the people, make a notebook and write one page in English daily on the topic of your choice, right? Yes, just write it. And if you want, you can take the WhatsApp and send it to us, no problem. Group is available, I've made the group. Just send it on the group, no problem. We'll assess, we'll check it out. If any problem is there, if any error is there, any mistake is there, we'll tell you how to rectify it. Okay, so see you all, goodbye, take care. Tomorrow Prashant sir is also going to come and we all will brief you with the entire details of the system. Okay, see you then, goodbye.